Louisa Live.
Welcome to Louisa Live. My name is Louisa Karapetyan, and I'm so happy and honored to kick off my first episode with you, the one and only Emmy Award-winning Fox 11 anchor, mother, wife, friend, Araksya Karapetyan.
Thank you, Louisa. Congratulations. This is exciting.
Oh my
and
God.
the color is so you. A burst of energy. It's beautiful.
You. Thank you so much for making time to join me. I'm getting flashbacks to our interview back in 2019,
Wow.
pre-COVID, after Buzz TV. Do you remember?
I do. I don't remember the date, but now that you say that, is that the first time we officially met? Okay.
September. No, we met during Osco's movie premiere, Songs of Solomon.
Okay.
2019 during the fall, I remember. And then I asked you to join me at AfterBuzz. And this was pre-COVID and so much has happened.
Mm-hmm.
We have both lived such different lives since then. So welcome and tell me how your life has changed since then. Think about it. Oh my God.
Well, let's see. If it was 2019, did I have my second daughter yet?
So Sevon was 7 months.
Okay.
I remember.
No, that's Sona.
No,
then.
Sona was 7 months.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Well, I mean, everything has changed.
Oh my God.
First of all, it's funny you say that that's when we met because I
Yeah.
feel like I've known you for much longer.
I know.
Doesn't it feel that way?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, Instagram, we knew each other, but we officially met.
Like in real life.
Yeah.
Instagram, we know many people.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everything has changed. I mean, COVID changed so much. It's all a blur too at the same time. But the years are just flying by. Truly.
Yeah. And I remember at the time you were about 8 to 9 years into your, anchor position at Fox, and now you recently celebrated.
14.
Tell me about that. What kind of?
I mean, I don't know. It's quite funny because now I'm one of the veterans, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I look around and I'm like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
I was the new one, right? The new kid, the young one.
Oh my God.
I'm not the young one anymore.
Forever young, baby. Look at you. Look how hot she is.
You're so sweet. No, but it's different. It's strange. Like I've experienced so much and the show has changed so much and the people have changed so much. It's almost like a completely, well, it is a completely new cast.
Yeah.
But that's showbiz.
Yeah.
That's the business. Everything's always changing.
Keeps on changing. First, your, work hubby was Tony, right?
Yes.
Which was such a great, collaboration with you and the chemistry. We would see you guys. Now it's Bobby. So it's just always changing.
Steve Edwards.
Yes,
Can't
that's
forget
right.
Steve Edwards.
Yeah.
Right now, Sandra and I are a team.
Yeah.
But we all work together. And I think you've been on the 11 o'clock show.
Yes, I have.
GDLA Plus, which is probably the most fun we have with the girls.
Yeah.
Where it does feel, we always say it feels like a podcast.
Yeah,
this type of setting where you're just talking.
I'm so grateful for you and the Fox 11 team, Amanda, Jen, everyone for welcoming me. So you guys are amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. You're always welcome. And we'll see you soon.
Yes, Armenian Heritage Month. I can't wait, which is a big deal for you.
It's a busy time.
Woo.
April is a busy time.
Yeah.
I always joke, I'm like, why did my daughter have to be born on?
Yeah.
Well, actually, April
That's
23rd.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Right? It's such a busy time for me with so many community events. And then, the more you do things, I feel as though people expect as well.
Yeah.
So then the pressure increases and expectations increase. So I guess I put myself in that position.
But how does it feel to, cover and highlight these amazing, Armenian, influencers and celebrities and businesses during this month? How proud do you feel?
Great. I mean, I think it's nice to showcase what the community offers. And it's nice to just celebrate the Armenian spirit, right? Aside from just, for many years, it was just on the Genocide Remembrance Day, April 24th, was kind of like that main thing with the march, or if you do a story, that was the story you focused on. So it's really nice to do stories that are feel-good stories. Also, you're showcasing perhaps a business or a family legacy or a talented individual. So you're really celebrating the people.
Yeah.
So I like that a lot.
Throughout all the stories, and I'm sure you've covered so many, what has really stuck with you?
Oh gosh, that's always a tough question. You mean in general?
Or even for Armenian Heritage Month, that something really touched your heart and you were so happy that you were able to share it with your non-Armenian viewers?
Well, that's kind of my approach always when I'm doing any story or any topic that's Armenian related. I'm not really, not that I'm not doing it for the community. Obviously I am, but I think of the viewer, takeaway. So my audience is for everyone else, because the Armenians know their story. We're familiar with what's going on, but the bigger audience doesn't. So like I have to look at it through that lens. I guess I would say one of the big stories that meant a lot and I got a bunch of feedback on was the Steve Kerr story.
Yes. Yeah.
So many people know him as the Golden State Warriors coach, but many people did not know about his backstory and the role his grandparents played in the Armenian genocide. And that was a great story because it got everyone's attention. It's sports, it's relevant, there's so many aspects and topics went into that one single story. So I was really proud of that one. And it's always really fulfilling when you hear back from viewers who say, thank you so much. I learned something I never knew.
We didn't know.
So then you feel like, you did something. Yeah. And I do feel like this job is a community service in a way, right? So
always giving,
it's a good
always
feeling.
supporting. And what's one thing you wish you knew during your first day on the job compared to now? Imagine like 14 years ago at Fox or
I don't know about one thing I knew. I would say if looking back now, I will tell you, first of all, I was a terrible public speaker.
No, I don't believe it.
Well, because
Stop it.
No. Public speaking is very different from being on television.
Yeah.
So even now we're in this room and there's like a camera. But that's different from being comfortable in this setting versus speaking in front of hundreds of people, right? Because even in theater, think of theater performances.
Yeah.
Like the way the audience behaves, it can be distracting, or you may interpret someone looking away as them being disinterested. That can impact how you're performing.
The insecurities and stuff.
Completely. You kind of feel like you're standing out there naked.
Yeah.
Like that's how it feels.
Yeah.
You're exposed and everyone is looking. So public speaking was something I did not want to do, was not comfortable with doing. And because of that, I forced myself to do it. So I was saying yes to every single opportunity and just like dreading it so much, but also doing it to get over the dread.
Yeah.
Making myself do it over and over and over and over. It took like 10 years. I'm not kidding. I would say it took me 10 years of doing it to be comfortable. Also, it took me 10 years of being on television to be comfortable.
Wow.
To just to be yourself. Like it sounds like such an easy thing. Oh, just be yourself. But it's not. It's actually really hard to be yourself.
Yeah.
And so for the most part, and you know me pretty well at this point,
Yeah.
I would say I'm pretty much the same person I am on TV as in real life.
Yeah.
I'm less filtered in real life because I'd
You're
get into
funny.
I would get in trouble if I was fooling
says stuff,
myself.
guys.
If I was fooling myself, you
say things. You're funny.
I think a lot of people would be offended. But for the most part, I am myself. But that's a hard thing to do, and I think it takes a long time to get comfortable.
Yeah.
And even in interviews, for example, that's another skill set that you develop through time. Instead of focusing on, what am I going to ask next, to actually be present and to be listening. Because oftentimes when you first start, you want to sound smart, you want to sound like you've done your research, you're thinking of, I'm going to ask this question next. You're not really listening.
In the moment.
You're not in the moment. And oftentimes the person's answer can take that interview in a completely different direction than you had planned, right?
Yeah.
But because you were present and listening, it might end up being an even better interview, better outcome than you had anticipated. So these are things that the more you do it over and over and over again, the better you'll get.
I feel like you know, back in 2019 when we spoke about all of this, you said that, and it's so true because people are just waiting for the next question, losing the important nuggets.
Yes.
And then when you listen to yourself, you're like, what did I just say? What the hell?
Or like, oh, wait, is that what the answer was? I could have done a better follow-up, right?
Yeah.
But again, it's just experience.
And at that time, you know, your daughters were so young. You know, Sona was, what,
Well, she was
7
born
months?
in 2019,
Yeah.
so if it was,
Yeah.
I guess it was, yeah.
And how have you really changed as a mother from back then to now? Like, I know, loaded question, but think about like the TikTok, the Instagram of you know, raising 2 daughters. Like, do you ever like, are you terrified like raising 2
Yes.
girls?
Well, I mean, raising children in
Raising
general.
children, yeah.
It's a crazy world, isn't
Right?
it? Yes. I do think about that. Sometimes, you know, they're so innocent and
Naive, innocent.
which is a beautiful thing, but the world is not such a pretty place.
yeah.
And so sometimes with all the negativity that I am around and cover, it is nice to go home to that innocence, because then it reminds me that there's still beauty in the world. Because sometimes I go to a place where I get really sad.
Dark. Yeah.
A lot of darkness. But you know, what's interesting is now that they're a little bit older, right? I find myself feeling the need to be there more so than when they were younger. When they were younger, I was also younger, so I was more ambitious still, and I was trying to do everything and said no to, you know, I never said no. I've started to say no. And it's not that I don't want to do things, it's that I just can't do everything. And it's a good feeling to recognize that and to set some boundaries. The older they get, the more they need me, whether it's, you know, homework help or events, or they have their own extracurricular activities, or just being there to be sure that I'm guiding them the right way. When you're young, it's super easy to stray off the path.
Yeah.
It could just be hanging out at a friend's house on a play date, and that encounter can start to lead down a different path. And so I'm very well aware of that. And so I want to be there as much as possible. So part of the reason now I say no to things is because I don't want to leave my kids. And who am I leaving them with? I don't even have outside help. It's my mom or my sister-in-law, my sister. Those are pretty much three people that will watch my kids if I have an event to go to.
Yeah.
But even then, you know, there's a difference when the parent is there with their child or someone else is.
It's funny because I remember talking about how growing up we couldn't have sleepovers.
Yes.
And we were laughing. You're like, you and Amir have that same rule. And you know why? Because it's so important. So I'm sure that rule is still very valid in your household.
Well, I did have, you know,
No sleepovers.
I actually did have sleepovers.
Yeah.
My mom did allow me to, but now my mom's probably going to be like, you're the one who would take no for, I would not take no for an answer. But I did have them. I didn't like them.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that right now.
didn't like it.
Now when my kids ask for it, I'm like, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Why do you want to go to someone's house and sleep on the floor?
Yes.
Like, why is that
On
fun?
the pillow on the
that's
floor.
that's not fun. That's not fun.
Yeah.
I hated it. I just did it because everyone else was doing
Yeah.
it. But I never really enjoyed it, to be honest with you. I wanted to be home. And, you know, I don't know. I think it was a different time where I don't trust to leave my kids somewhere else. And there's some families I know pretty well, right? It's not, I think you can think against them. But I even think of crazy situations like, what if there's an earthquake? What if there's a fire? What if there's a family friend visiting who I don't know?
Right.
What if there's, this is too much news.
Yeah.
What if there's a home invasion robbery?
Yeah,
like,
see?
my mind is always thinking of
Yeah.
terrible things, but they're also, as far-fetched as they sound, they're also realistic.
Yeah.
So we don't really let our kids ever sleep anywhere. We left them once to go to New York without them. Oh, no, wait, twice for like 2 days for the co-op event. And even then, we were in a hurry to get back. And my husband is more extreme than I am. Like, he didn't even want to leave them with my family for a couple days.
I think that's very valid and normal to be like that in today's world. I have nephews. I don't have children yet, but I'm still obsessed with my nephews. So I think I would be the same way you are.
Louisa Live.
touch on something you said, what is so important, the power of no. And we talked about that, how you get approached with so many things, right? I'm sure your DMs are flooded, invites are nonstop. When did you realize and said, okay, Araksya, I'm saying no in a very confident, peaceful way where I don't feel bad anymore? Because a lot of viewers would, learn from that.
It's taken a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, this is really recent.
Yeah.
I would say in the last year, maybe.
Really?
Yeah. And it's just because I physically feel like I just can't keep going. I'm not kidding. There was a time where, like 14 years ago, I could go to a event during the week.
Yeah.
And
School
it would,
night.
a school night.
I know that term.
It would run late.
Yeah.
And I would basically get like a couple hours of sleep and go to work, and I was fine. I physically cannot do that anymore.
Yeah.
I just can't do it because it accumulates, and then I can't do my main job. My job is a performance, like truly it is. I have to be mentally sharp. I have to be alert. I have to be awake. I have to be happy. I have to be fun. If I don't have rest, I can't do it. So when your own main job is starting to suffer as a result of all the other extra things you're doing, then you have to reevaluate things. In addition to the fact that, like I said, my mom, my sister-in-law, and my sister are the only people who watch my kids, and they also have lives and jobs and obligations. And so I can't just be, asking them, hey, come on a Monday night. I know you have to work the next day. Stay late. I'll be home at midnight. I can't.
Not fair to them.
It's not fair.
Yeah.
So there's that, and I live really far away.
Yeah.
I feel like I live on the other side of the planet,
It's
part of the
beautiful.
planet. If I lived closer to many of these events, like
Glendale,
Burbank, Hollywood, whatever it is, I could actually make adjustments. I would make adjustments.
Yeah.
But it takes me an hour and a half in rush hour to get to an event, an hour and a half to go back because it just will. It's just not realistic. It's not sustainable. And so I just, my way now of kind of saying no, but also trying to be supportive is that I'll offer, if appropriate and it works out, oh, let's do a story about this, or let's preview this on the show. So I can be supportive in that way, but I just can't show up at every
The fact that
thing.
you're even here. For me. No,
I'm here for you.
I love you. And you're my first guest, and you drove to me with flowers and champagne. And you're incredible. And
Well, you always come with gifts, so
I know, but it takes one to know.
the
It's
Armenian way.
The Armenian blood.
Yes, you don't just show up empty-handed.
Never. But speaking of, Armenian ways and Armenia and your family and the support system and your grandfather that just celebrated 98 years, right? So, and I remember we touched on this last time of how important their support was for your life now with your family and your career.
Well, I would say in the beginning, they were confused about what it is that I was doing. But yes, they were supportive in the sense that, I mean, if we're keeping it realistic, financially, if they weren't supporting me, I couldn't really do this. In the beginning, you're going off to a small town making no money at all.
Yeah.
Let me think. It was maybe $18,000 a year.
Annually? Oh, wow.
17? Wow. Something crazy, right? I mean, that first job is really like a grad school.
Yeah.
Because you're learning and you're not in it for the money. If you're in this for the money in the beginning,
nope.
You're not so you do need your family's support.
Yes.
But they were still very, confused about it. I told you my grandma, right? She said, no, she's like, why do you want to go do this? Exactly. It was the más televisor ver bombasas, right? Like exactly, which is actually quite funny. It is kind of like you're gossiping, I guess. But I think until I came here to LA and they were able to actually physically turn the TV on and see it, then it clicked, right?
Yeah.
So, but my family is very funny. They will never say they're proud of me. It's not that they're not. It's just the word proud isn't in their vocabulary. they feel like they're bragging if they say they're
Yeah.
proud of me. They'll say, oh, they feel blessed that I'm doing what I'm doing, or something along those lines. But they really can't get that word out.
Interesting. So they're very honest, as they say. They're humble, honest.
Yes.
They're not bragging.
I would say that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
But it's just so, even when people talk to my mom and they say, oh, you must be so proud of Araksya, she's like, she can't even like acknowledge that.
Isn't that crazy? That's like a, I think, personality trait, right? To like not receive the compliments, but just being confident with your, you know, her daughter and all of that, and just kind of knowing what is, and just not saying it. It's interesting.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And I remember you spoke a lot about your Jora Babi.
Well, my great uncle.
Right?
Yeah.
Who was also another major influence for you to even be here.
Yes.
Right?
My grandfather's brother, we just called him Bobby because,
Yeah.
you know, well, I mean, he's the reason I'm in
Yeah.
America. So obviously, it all goes back to him, and I don't ever forget that. And I try to acknowledge that always. I mean, even now, like when I'm driving in my neighborhood, where we live is just a beautiful place, and I think about him all the time because, you know, it was through his generosity and his vision that brought us here. And so I definitely wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if it wasn't for that one person.
The
and
sacrifices.
I think everyone has people like that
Yeah.
in their lives,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So like it's important to never forget that. My children never met Jora Babik. Obviously, he had passed up before they were even born. But I talk about him, and when we go to his son, my uncle now lives at the home, but we still say Jora Babik's house, like Gunmen Jora Babik Genstun. I try to always have him exist.
Right.
So they use his name and talk about him as if they've known him all their lives and they've never met him. But it's a way to keep his memory and his legacy alive. Yeah.
And I can't wait for the day you go back to Armenia. I can't wait until you take your husband, your kids, and put it on Instagram. When is that happening?
First of all, let me tell you something. I would never say I have gone until I came back.
Oh, you're one of those.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
fine.
yes. I would. Also, it's been so long. And the pressure of it all has become so big. Like I'm treating it like it's going to the moon.
Oh my God.
No, in my mind. In my mind, it's become, I mean, it's such an easy thing. Like just get a ticket and go. But first of all, you can't just go for a weekend.
Nope.
It's timing. And then it's been so long that like it's become this complicated thing for me.
Yeah.
Like how do I go and where do I stay and who do I tell I'm there? And I don't want to spend my time going from house to house and like, you know, eating.
Yeah.
Which is like
That's welcoming you with the kebabs.
I just can't, I don't want that. Like I want to have a very different experience. And then there's so many organizations now that I've worked with here that if you go, they want you to obviously go visit the facilities. And as much as I'd like to do that, a lot of me wants to have a kind of a selfish trip where I'm going for myself. So do you see how complicated this trip is?
There's two ways of going. If you go, you're going to be like, number one, the public figure. They're going to welcome you and all the stuff.
I don't know. I mean, the organizations,
yes, exactly.
not like
in
the
a great
people.
way.
Right,
I mean,
right.
And
Yeah.
that's only one call. If you want to go, you call me and I connect you. And your hotel's ready. Everything's ready to go. You know that.
Right. But see, I don't even know if I want that kind of an...
You don't want that. No, you want the more peaceful. You want a private tour guide to just go, do your thing, and just smell Armenia, smell Gyumri, and all the stuff. Eat the cheese. And
Eat the cheese.
Inches, you know, like...
You know, it's funny, whenever I go back, well, the last time I was there, I've noticed when I go, the words come out of my mouth that I didn't even know I knew. Like it's very interesting. I'm like, I didn't even know I knew that word. It's like the Gyumretsu Barbar just like pours out of my mouth. It takes like a couple days and then it's really fascinating.
But do you keep that dialect at home? No, right?
I mean, we do at home, yes.
But it's different.
But we also speak a lot of English too. You know, I'm just speaking English all day at work, friends, even here with you.
Yeah.
We're Armenian, but we're speaking
I know,
English. So it kind of makes me sad. But it's just the reality of living in a different country.
I can't imagine this being in Armenian. Like,
It would. First of all, that's very
can't do it.
proper.
Yeah.
I don't think I can keep it up.
Lav hasak.
I can't do it. It doesn't feel.
I can go very Armo. Like, if I need to, I can like balance it.
Don't make me do it. No.
Say something.
No. My mom's very funny. She's always like, just don't speak Armenian.
No.
Because you sound, like I don't, obviously my vocabulary is more eloquent in
Right.
English. So she's made it where I have this complex now where.
I love your Armenian.
Thank
I love
you.
that gumretsi.
Thank you. First of all, I think it's important, however much you speak, I
Right.
think it's important to speak it and not be discouraged. So thanks a lot, Mom. Because when you're discouraged, that's when you stop using it. When you stop using it and exercising it, it's going to fade away.
Just like working out and muscles, as they say.
Yes.
And that's one thing I want to touch on because your Instagram has
Oh my
been
gosh, stop.
blowing up lately with your
Blowing
amazing
up. Stop.
workout videos. I mean, this is not only a podcast, but it's a talk show. So, I mean, look at you. You've always worked out, but recently you're, taking it very serious and all of that, right?
Well, I'm trying to work
upper
out
body
differently.
Strength.
Well, I mean, what worked a long time ago, the older you get is different.
Wow.
So once upon a time, I was very much into, bar method.
Yeah, I love that.
That was like all I did, and walk, like nothing, like no
Pilates
party.
like Amanda and the whole world.
No, Pilates I started to, but like even Pilates, like Pilates, bar method, yoga, those things aren't enough.
Yeah.
So muscle strength and weightlifting
Wow.
and upper body strength, back strength, all of these things are important. So as much as I don't like it, honestly, I don't enjoy working out. I really don't.
But you just like do it.
I do it because I like the result and I also like how it feels. And a lot of it is the endorphins, right? It's a lot. I feel better. I'm happier. Not during, but after.
Yes. You release it after, right?
Yeah,
All those
yeah.
endorphins and dopamines and all of that. But when do you do it? Because my question is, your morning is so hard, right? Is it before or after?
No,
Well,
oh my
after,
goodness.
Chad, like-
Before would be crazy. That would be ideal, actually. But no, I have to do it if I do a class or something like that. I have to do it like on my way home.
Yeah.
Because sometimes once you get home, you're not leaving, right? Or we have like a elliptical and a treadmill at home. So if I have like 30 minutes, I'll jump on. It's better than nothing. So it's just part of the routine,
So, like, speaking of home and all of that, I'm curious. I'm sure a lot of people are. What are weekends like for you? Because we don't know. We see your weekday. You're so great with.
I disappear on
You do.
weekends.
No screen time.
Yes.
Right? But take us through, let's say, Saturday and Sunday. Do you guys just lay on the couch, watch movies, or like.
A little bit. A little bit of that. Well, now that I'm going to fewer events,
Yes.
which is, again, that's another thing. Like sometimes there was a time your Saturday or Sunday would completely, the whole day would be gone, right? So now fewer of those. Just with the kids, I mean, they have some classes or I spend most of my time with my family, like grandparents, cousins. All my free time is with my family.
Yeah.
Like I don't really, not that I don't have friends, I do, but I will choose spending time with my family over like a get together. I'll do that here and there, but my go-to is always with my family. Like on a Sunday, I don't want to get dressed. I mean, I don't want to put myself together. I don't have makeup on. I don't have my hair done. I'm at my grandparents' house with my cousins.
The best, right? Hair up, no makeup.
We're just hanging out like all day. That's all we're doing.
Then because we don't get to do that a lot. Every day your glam and your outfits and stuff. It's hard.
I don't like it. That's one of the parts of the job that's tedious.
Yeah.
And now we don't have hair and makeup. So
Shout out to Val for coming all the
yes,
way
today. Val for sure for today.
Yes.
But again, only because we had headshots today. Otherwise, I'm the one doing it. It's just become part of
routine.
But we have jobs. People have jobs where sometimes you're not feeling 100%.
Yeah.
I don't have that luxury. I have to still get ready. And
what happens when, you know, you've had the worst morning? I mean, God forbid it happens. We're human, right?
yeah, like you don't feel well.
You had a fight with someone and just something happens. Like, you just, you know, have to put on that smile and still anchor the news, right? Isn't that crazy to think that you have to just suck it up and do it?
Yes, and I have a very bad poker face.
Oof.
So I'm not very good. I'm not very good at hiding my
Emotions and all of that.
You will see, like, if people who know me well, they know when something's wrong by my eyes.
Like something's off. Yeah.
And I had a lot of, the hardest time for me was, and I've talked about this in the past, in 2020.
The war.
Yes.
Artsakh war.
That was the most challenging time for me to, you know, put on a smile and to do the news, because my mind was elsewhere. I was so consumed. It was very hard for me. And I just remember just being like, oh my gosh, when I would look at my colleagues enviously who would be posting like fun videos or like a silly frivolous selfie, and think to myself, oh my gosh, like when can I do that again, right? Because so much of what I was posting, it was just dedicated to the current events.
Right.
And I didn't feel right to have fun. Like, I didn't allow myself to have fun. Or, you know, we're doing interviews or fun segments. Now I have to perform. It's my job. And I had to compartmentalize my emotions and my feelings. But viewers are very savvy, especially the regular ones, the ones that watch all the time, because they would write and say, you know, I see you're not happy. Like, they would notice. They would notice.
From your face and all of that, and
from
the
my
expressions,
they would always
eyes.
comment on my eyes. Yeah.
We all felt guilty. I think it was the entire community. You know, we didn't know what to post, what to do, to eat, not to eat. So imagine you had to cover that story and then, you know, talk about a flower shop or something like that, you know? So that's brutal. And to wake up and do that all the time.
But that's, you know, that's life, right? It's complicated. There's so many dimensions to it. But that's another place where I would say my kids come in, is that it's kind of an escape.
Yeah.
Like, the happiest time for me, even to this day, will be tonight, when I'm like tuck them in and I just kind of like hold their little hands and feet. They're still little, so it's like, it's fun to just like grab it. But it just gives, it's like almost like a stress ball, or like it's a comfort animal. Right. It just like releases and it just grounds you, and it reminds you like what's really important and what really matters. And you know, those are the moments that
what's one thing someone should be prepared for as far as motherhood that came out of nowhere for you? Like, you thought you were so ready, but then you're like, oh man, I wasn't ready for this.
Basically just go with the flow. That's like nice. All the rules, and, you know, like my house has to be in an immaculate order. Like, that all went out the window a long time ago. It's just survival mode. You're just getting through the day and just not worrying so much about all the things you used to worry about. But I will say motherhood for me wasn't something that I was thinking of. You know, there's a lot of women who'll talk about, oh, you know, I thought about getting married and having kids. Like, those were never those things that I thought about.
Interesting.
Ever.
So it was career. And
it was very much more career driven. And there was a time I would worry that I wasn't selfless enough to be a mom. I really, it was like a concern for me that I was like, I don't think I am cut out for it, because I feel like I'm too selfish. But now looking back, when you're younger, you're supposed to be selfish in the sense that, you know, you're driven, you're career motivated, or you have whatever passion you have. Like, that is your job, is to just like have that tunnel vision to be successful and pursue that. So now I look back, I'm like, it's okay. It was okay. But I really was legitimately always thinking, I don't know, like, can I be a mom? My mother, by the way, is, I think, the most selfless human being on the planet. So I had her as an example as well. And I would think, I don't know if I can do that or be that way. Right. So it it was a nice feeling to then discover that I wasn't as selfish as I thought.
And I don't even think it's a Armenian mom thing. It's just a mom thing, you know? But I think
Probably.
growing up and being raised in our traditions, you see how selfless Armenian mothers can be, right? For their children and for their families. And do you feel like...
Well, probably all mothers, I would say.
Not
yeah.
just general,
yeah.
but I think the ones that, like, we grew up,
Right.
obviously, with
Your experience,
my
right.
experience, but the way that you're trying to do this balancing act, and the balance is not even the right word, right? Because
There is no such thing.
right?
You know when people say you can have it all?
Nope.
I mean, you can try your very best, but there's never, every day is going to be different. You can't have it all because it's impossible. If I'm giving my all to, let's say, my job, obviously then my family life is going to suffer. If I'm giving my all to my personal life, then you're going to miss out on things career-wise. So it's kind of like this, I'm juggling always. And so some days, okay, for example, today, work, and now this. So today, more of the career
took over
a little. Then tomorrow, I'll try to do the opposite.
Yeah.
I'll make up for it. But it's just kind of a juggling act.
Yeah.
But I do think it's not true. So when people say you can have it all, like, no, you really can't.
Yeah.
You can try your best, but I don't know if you can fully have it all. And at least I can't.
Yeah. Well,
so.
I think the same way. You know, even when I follow different like mommy bloggers or like women who are just full force career and mom, they can't balance it. They always say float like a duck. The best term, just float.
I hadn't heard that one.
Float like a duck means like just sit in the lake.
I like that feeling.
Kind of like
yes.
Just you know, just observe what's coming and going, but just float. You know, kind of like going with the flow. And Amir is such a great support system as well. We've talked about how much he supports you and your career and being a dad.
Well, I mean, you see every event you go to, he's right there with me. So
that's amazing. And taking our pictures.
He loves it.
Willingly.
He hates it. He does not love it. He hates it. But hey, it comes with the job.
Oh,
it comes with the territory.
Oh, this is so funny. I don't want to wrap it up yet. I don't care because I love talking to you.
Don't wrap it up.
Yeah.
Louisa Live. Louisa Live.
This is just something out of my curiosity. If a young girl in her, she's a teenager or early 20s, wants to pursue your career, what advice would you give her knowing how times have changed right now with digital era and ChatGPT and AI and this new thing that we're all dealing with? Like,
well, I'm figuring it out as well. I mean, it's such a different time. I don't even know how people get jobs in this industry anymore because, back when I did, I was sending in a physical tape to different places.
Actual tape.
An actual physical tape.
Like a VCR.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Not even a CD. Okay. Wow. So, and then, your first job in a small place and you would just go.
Yeah.
When I moved to Idaho Falls, I didn't know where I was going. I just packed up the car and drove.
Wow.
So I don't know if you need to anymore go to that small town to start. I don't know. Let me know, actually. Or you can skip some of those steps. Now, also, there's social media, so people who are potential employers can be watching you or monitoring you, or you have more opportunities to showcase who you are, right? At the same time, the field is so saturated, right? There's so much of everything. So it's a different world. I don't know. The traditional way news was done is changing. I don't know how much it will exist. Morning show's different because it's a routine and a habit for people versus an evening newscast. Once upon a time, people stayed up to see what had happened in the world, right? Those days are long gone. No one is waiting for the 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 10 o'clock newscast to see, what happened in the world today? you know it in a second by you glancing at your phone. So viewership definitely in the evenings is not what it used to be. The morning still exists, but still differently. But it's like I said, a habit. People feel like they're your friend or they know you. They want to. You created this environment that they feel welcomed in. Just now, as I was walking over, you saw a viewer, a very loyal viewer, actually stopped and said hi and says how she watches all the time, and that's nice because you know, you feel like you're the best compliment someone can give you basically is when they say, "I feel like you're my friend," and it's so sweet. That means a lot. That means that they're able to connect with you.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people in the world are lonely and they're doing a lot of things. So to know that they can turn on the TV or just even look on Instagram and watch your beautiful face and, you know, it gives them a smile. You feel like, oh my God, this is so worth it.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
Speaking of social media, I have such a love-hate, mostly hate relationship with it. I really just sometimes wish it didn't exist.
Wow.
I really just, it's a job. It feels like a job, you know?
Yeah.
So on weekends when I'm completely detached, it feels really nice.
You started the weekend thing a few years ago.
I started it after 2020.
Yeah.
It was like a New Year's resolution because I just felt so overwhelmed. You know, we're all guilty of just scrolling, looking, posting, reading, sharing. It becomes a lot. It's a lot. So you need like that escape. And so Monday mornings when I start my week, I feel rested actually. Physically, mentally, even like spiritually.
Yeah.
You just feel like you have this cleanse. So I highly recommend it.
Yeah, and I'm sure you advise your daughters to do the same. Do you
Well, they don't have
iPad and all?
iPad is just no. They have iPad to do work. A lot of kids.
Yeah,
it's like
you can't not anymore.
Yeah,
it's like
they have it to do work or to watch, you know, a show or whatever. I still prefer they watch cartoons or like, you know, shows I grew up with, like Little House on the Prairie, Full House.
Oh man, don't forget New Bagazi.
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
Actually, I don't think I've shared that with them.
You should.
I haven't. Yeah. They don't have social media.
No social
but
media.
my eldest is in 4th grade and she's saying, "Oh, this person has a phone. This person has a phone." I'm like, "That's great.
Yeah.
We're not going to have a phone."
Yeah.
I don't want to, you know, go because as soon as you go down that path, you're just opening the door for so many things. Like I told her, I said, "We're not doing things just because everyone's doing it. What are our values? Like that's how we're going to that'll be the barometer. Like is our value to have a phone and why? It's not. Are we doing it just because everyone else does? That's not a good enough reason."
Wow.
And I mean, there's countless studies, and I've done so many stories and talk to experts all the time about the harm that social media does on young minds.
Wow.
Especially girls.
Yes.
Even adults, like even as an adult, if you're being completely honest with yourself, how often do you find yourself getting trapped in a moment where you have, you know, you start thinking, oh, do I have enough? Am I doing enough? FOMO, right?
Yes.
Even as a grown adult who's like pretty grounded and has a foundation and knows who they are, even that impacts you. So imagine a child.
It's very triggering. You compare yourself, you know, sometimes it brings back memories that you don't want to see, and certain words and quotes take you back to a time that you don't want to be in. So just imagine these little humans that they don't know how to deal with those emotions.
Exactly.
You know, and us. So now it's great we can block people. You don't get to see my stuff anymore.
I still feel like I don't even know how all that works because I still feel as though
Ask me.
if someone is determined to find you or see you, there's gonna be a way for them to find and see you.
Very true.
Teach me your ways if you know, because
there's ways you can restrict a lot of people, you know, so they don't see your stuff. There's ways that, you know,
it just sounds like a lot of work.
It is.
I'm not gonna
It's
lie.
toxic.
Yes, it just sounds like very time consuming.
And then there's close friends with the green little sign where only like you could, show certain things to close friends.
But then don't other people see that you're only showing certain things?
No, it's like 10 people you want. Let's say you just want, you, Amanda, me, or whoever to, see more of your life on the weekend. So you just choose close friends, and those
So no one else sees that.
Chenimana, which is great. They don't even know you have it, and your close friends are your close friends. They're not going to question you.
You should do a tutorial. Although honestly, I don't want to know because that just adds another layer. Like what
man.
At this point, it's all in or all out. That's how I operate life. I'm all in or all out. There's no in between.
No half-assing. Sorry, I said
Yes. No. Truly.
For someone who treats social media like a job, you are so well with content creation and your reels that you post around 10 p.m. I know what you do. You do it at night. You get it out of the way.
It's like a binge. My coworkers are very funny. It'll be like a Friday night, and I do like a binge of like all these things, and then I disappear.
There she is.
I'm out until Monday morning. They're like, here we go.
But it's so smart. You do it.
But why do I even have to do that?
Because
even the fact that I even think that I need to get it done and get it out of the way so I can enjoy my weekend, like even that to me is a problem.
Because it is what it is. It comes with the territory.
Right. That's why I hate it. That's why I hate it.
Uzeng chuzeng, as they say.
Life was simpler. Truly. I kind of wish it was the way it was.
MySpace, Hishimas?
I was never on MySpace.
Me too. It wasn't.
Yeah. Just Facebook.
Me too. My first was Facebook, 2006. And then
I have Twitter. I don't ever...
Oh, I don't dabble with Twitter.
Twitter's like mean place.
Yeah.
Right?
It is. It's very
I don't
out
have
there.
TikTok. I don't even understand TikTok.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy?
People keep telling me to do it, and I'm like, do what?
Technically, you would just open your account, whatever you have on Instagram, just upload it there because it's.
But
more
I feel
exposure.
like from my understanding, it's a different kind of audience and platform. Shorter, faster.
Younger kind of demographic, but it doesn't matter.
I don't think I'm cool enough for TikTok.
All ages are welcome, Araksya.
I don't know. I'm okay.
No, you're doing great. If you weren't an anchor, right?
You're gonna ask me what would I do?
What would you be? A lawyer?
No.
Just,
I have no idea. I don't know what I would be. I don't know.
I love that answer. It's so raw.
I don't know. Yeah. I do enjoy what I do, so I can't really imagine. Yeah. I mean, I like documentaries. I like production aspect of things.
Filmmaking kind of.
I do like sense. All that. I do. Like, I'm a big time movie person. I watch lots of movies. I love documentaries. I guess at the end of the day, it still comes back to storytelling.
Yeah.
So in a different capacity, maybe be a storyteller or writing. I like writing. I used to write a lot. Now I feel as though my journal entries have become like the Instagram posts, right?
Yeah.
Because you're writing, like, you're capturing. It's your journal has become a social journal. But something along those lines, creating in that capacity.
Storytelling.
The other thing I think is, people are like, oh, if you were in Armenia, if you'd never left, what would you be? Or what would you do? And
I like that.
I have no idea.
You don't know.
I have no way of knowing because I was so young when I left. So I don't even know.
I think it's just being honest because this is so much of your life, and I don't think we could even visualize you doing something else. Like, you are our Araksya Karapetyan.
Our very own.
Yeah, our very own.
I always make fun of news anchors when they say that. Our very own.
Our very own. Well, because I think, life and the universe, chooses certain things for people, and you are someone we admire so much, and we're so grateful to have you in the community, supporting so many people, including myself. You're always in my corner, cheering me on, supporting me. Even like today, I'm like, I want you as my first guest. And
you're so sweet.
And you're here, so it's a big deal.
Thank you. I think one of the reasons I came back to California and to Los Angeles was to be a part of the community. That was something I thought about obviously also my whole family's here, as is my entire husband's
Yeah,
family. So
yeah.
it makes sense for us to be here. But it was to do something where I was kind of serving a greater purpose than myself. So whether it's a story that I do that helps out someone or some people, it's nice to feel like you're doing something for other people. It's my way of doing something for other people, you know?
Yeah, and I feel like whether it's the next 6 years or the next 10 years, you are still going to be in this service community because it's so much of who you are, and I feel like when we meet again, like you're going to talk about this other major project you're working on.
We'll see.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
God's will is. Truly, I ended up doing this kind of out of nowhere, going to school in Syracuse University, majoring in broadcast journalism. I didn't even know they were known for that when I went there.
Wow.
So it all made sense and it all aligned. And now I can't see anything else but this. But it is interesting, the trajectory.
It's funny how you just fell into this, right?
Yes. But it makes sense. I mean, as a
Wow.
kid, I was always, like, people would come over and they'd be trapped. I was, like,
Yeah.
performing and grabbing a shampoo bottle and singing. It all makes sense that this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But back then, I wasn't pursuing it, like,
Yeah.
for this reason, obviously.
And I love how sometimes your girls get to be on air with you and they do little cameo appearances.
Well,
like, right?
I'm trying to cut back on that.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't know. First of all, my husband doesn't want them exposed
Yeah.
as much. But also, I feel like you've kind of opened Pandora's box. It's hard to go back.
Yeah.
But they are getting older, so they're like losing the baby aspect of it all.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe, I mean, I'm not saying I'm not putting them on. I'm just doing less of it.
Yeah. But it's cool for them to see like what mom is doing. Imagine how inspiring it is for them to have a mom who is successful and, worked so hard to be here and all of that and so respected. It gives them a different kind of like, wow, that's my mom.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
it's very nice of you to say, and it's funny. One of my previous bosses said that to me. I think it was during the time that I was just so heavily in the coverage of Armenia, and I was very stressed out. And I made a comment to her that, I feel like such a bad parent. Like I've been so focused on that, and she said, you should not look at it that way. They're seeing you as an example of someone who's passionate about something or recognizes the importance of what they're able to do. And when she said that, I said, oh my gosh, you know what? You're right. And so I switched the perspective. Instead of feeling bad about it, I was like, wait, I'm leading as an example to them. So yes, it's all about perspective.
Wow. So mom guilt is real. It's a real thing.
That is never going to ever
Wow.
go away. Yes, moms always, parents, I will say parents, because all parents have parent guilt.
Yeah.
I think that just comes with the territory.
Yeah.
There's no solution to that.
Wow.
It's always like, what did I not do enough of? Every morning I'm like, what email did I miss from the school? Like, what did I screw up today? And I think so many people feel that way, where you're like trying to juggle so many things, like, what did I not respond to? What permission slip did I miss? What did I not sign? What activity did not I participate in?
And all the homework stuff that you post all the time, which is fun. You take us with you.
You don't even know.
The homework time, it's a lot, right? I can imagine after a full day of doing the news, now you have to go home and do homework.
Well, they do things very differently,
Yeah.
especially math.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand their math. So I'm always like, go ask dad.
Yeah. The geometry.
Like, I'm very busy.
Yeah, we're not into numbers here.
Right?
Yeah,
Like,
you do camera work.
I'm a journalist. My brain doesn't understand numbers.
man.
Truly, I see numbers and everything just becomes blurry. So
Me too, I don't do
yeah,
numbers.
I do
Hell no.
words.
Oh my god. And what you posted about the St. Patrick Day and the goodies you purchased and like the nuggets of wisdom you pass on to your followers about parenting. We notice it. Like little stuff, like pay for your stuff even if you forget
What a
about
concept.
Go back to the grocery store and pay
Don't
for,
steal.
for that good luck charm thing. Pay for it. Don't steal. But it works, It's small nuggets, but it works.
Well, thank you. I'm so glad you're such a loyal follower.
Oh my god. Okay, so two last questions I want to ask you, and it's funny because I asked you these two questions back in 2019.
Oh no.
And I'm not going to tell you what you said because I want to compare it. I just
Okay.
want to see what you say.
Okay.
6 years is a long time.
Okay.
Even though we see each other, frequently, but, to be interviewed, it's different. So if you had your own billboard on Sunset Boulevard,
Oh no.
what would it say?
And I gave you an answer?
Yes.
I'm shocked.
I'm not going to tell you what it is
Don't
yet.
tell me. Can I call a friend?
You can if you want. Your Instagram. Just scroll down.
No. I would ask Amanda, what would my billboard say?
Oh my. Let's call her. Oh my God. Thank you.
Thank
This is
my brain, first of all, my brain doesn't operate this way.
this is like that show. Oh my God, the $1 Million
But
show.
she might not pick up
Let-
because
let's-
she's doing Jennifer Hudson's show.
Oh my God, Amanda, congrats.
Wait, I don't know if that's a secret.
Jennifer Hudson's show. When will that air?
Hold on.
What
This
a great
is-
question, Chad.
That's a very good question. Okay, let's see.
Put it on speaker. Oh my God. I hope
She's
she picks
probably
up.
in the middle of
Man, dude.
doing television.
I know. On the Jay Hudson show. How exciting.
Watch.
She never picks up.
No, she does. That she's definitely.
Your call has been
Oh
forwarded to
man.
Wait.
Text her. Say call
No.
me. I'm on Louisa's show.
No, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT.
So, look at you. I love that you use it. We all
What would
do.
my billboard say if I had one?
On Sunset Boulevard.
It has to be on Sunset.
Whatever. Los Feliz or Vermont.
It's probably gonna be. Watch me.
Oh my God.
This happens when you don't quit. Oh, interesting. Don't wait for a seat at the table. I built my own. Dream big, then do something about it. For every girl watching, keep going. Built on resilience, driven by purpose. Telling stories that matter. It sounds like such like a newsy truth.
I love it.
Truth, clarity, connection. Here to inform and to inspire. Still rising, unstoppable, no limit. Grace under pressure. Yes, I meant to do that. Elegance with edge. Interesting. Calm, collected, coming in strong.
I like that one.
These are fun, but I can't. I'm not good at. What did I say?
Should I tell you?
Just tell me
First
what I
of all, I love the watch me. Like boom, like watch me. That's so good. Wow.
You're so funny.
You said
Yes,
choose yourself.
I did.
You said two things, Miatishem. You said choose yourself, stay true to you. One of those two things. Which I think
Okay,
it's still
that
what
tracks.
you would say.
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
that is crazy.
Choose yourself or stay true to
I'm
you.
shocked I had an answer.
Yeah, you did. I'm gonna post it. I can't
Go
wait.
for
I'm
it.
gonna do it before after.
I wish I had a better answer for you.
And I wish Amanda picked up.
I know.
One more
Yes.
is what did you buy under $100 that changed your life?
You asked this question.
And you had to answer. Miat hishi, miat under $100.
Louisa, I can't remember what I
Fine,
ate
$10.
yesterday
$10.
that changed my life.
Just some kind of small investment that, wow, this is not that expensive, but it made my life easier. No?
Hold on, I'm thinking.
Okay, think. We're not rushing.
Oh, this is such a mom thing, but I have like a miniature toilet in the back of my car
Stop it!
for the kids when there's emergencies.
Like do number 2?
Like it actually looks like a real toilet. It's like this big. It's in my trunk, but I always like have liners, plastic liners. So sometimes, with
That's
kids.
brilliant.
Also, public bathrooms are actually dirty.
I hate public bathrooms.
I'd rather take them in there than in a bathroom.
Everyone
That
knows
was probably
that.
the best investment,
That's brilliant.
and it's very usable.
Yeah, back in the day, you said you used this oil to prevent cellulite and
Stretch marks.
I
The emu oil.
and then Jeff pulled it up, remember, on screen, the producer.
Oh, that's very funny. Yes, now I do. It was like a blue background.
Yeah.
Well, it worked, I think.
Right. Well, you look fab, so
Thanks.
it did.
It wasn't for it wasn't for cellulite though. I mean, that would be good. No, it was for stretch marks for
my
pregnancy.
God.
Yeah.
But you know what? Still, it's mommy related. That just shows
Oh,
how.
that's true.
mommy
Yeah.
related.
There you go.
Oh my God.
I'm like
Araksya.
in my head. I'm thinking of all the dumb things I bought on Amazon, like ridiculous things.
Well, you know, not just Amazon. You have a lot of favorite places. And before I wrap, because I could talk to you forever, favorite Trader Joe's product, because you love Trader Joe's.
Oh, right now, their hand cream. It's
Really?
a good one. Yeah.
I've used their Brazilian body butter, but not the hand cream.
Oh, get the hand cream. It's like it looks like it looks like a toothpaste tube.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try that.
It's funny, my editor's calling me. We're
Oh.
doing a piece on Armenian tourism. She's probably calling to check on it.
You want to pick
No,
it up?
no,
Or-
I'm
okay.
saying
How
stay
fun.
tuned for April.
Yeah, you guys. So again, Armenian Heritage Month.
Mm.
A lot to look forward to. Busy month for you.
Will this air?
Yes,
April?
absolutely.
Okay.
This is going to air as soon as they
So
edit
stay
it.
tuned.
Stay tuned, you guys. April has a lot of fun festivities. I'll be on as well.
You'll be on. Stay tuned.
Very excited.
Congratulations
thank you.
again.
Well, thank you for joining me in this great conversation. This is for you, by the way, by Anna's Secret Garden.
Beautiful. I'm familiar with the flower shop and my favorite color.
Purple.
Did you know that?
Of course. I know a
Oh,
lot.
good job.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
And thank you for being here.
Of course. Thank you.
I love you.
Louisa Live. Louisa Live.